morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Everyday Growth Advisors live stream. I hope you guys are having a good morning. It's a Monday, fun day. Once again, back with the markets, and we are here to be your guide. I hope that you had a great weekend. Definitely had a day off this weekend, and a couple of my old high school friends convinced me to download Call of Duty. And I gotta say, freaking addictive game, man. Freaking addictive game. Now I gotta admit, I obviously I kind of sucked like the first I want to say, I don't know, 1 hour or something. But then I quickly learned the controls, and I feel like, you know, I was getting better and better. So all in all, it wasn't too bad. I think I'll get a hang of it as I go forward, and hopefully one day I will be able to just slay people left and right. The game is pretty, the gameplay is pretty interesting, I want to say. But, you know, I think it takes practice just like anything. We had a big evening last night for you guys. My morning this morning, we did a webinar for the Discord channel that showed everybody how we come up with the snipe list or the watch list. And that was a really great webinar. Of course, it was a private link, and I think majority of the people on the Discord really benefited. They really enjoyed the entire process. Here's some of the feedback that we received after asking them how they liked it. Some members said that it was insanely valuable. Live streams every Sunday would be awesome. Webinar was freaking amazing. Thinking through the snipers and thinking probabilities of plays is awesome. Tease the man and groupthink was nothing to sneeze at either. I really enjoyed the session on Sunday. It's a great way to start trading week and what to look out for, as long as we can watch the video in case we can't make it. And I made sure that that was true. Webinar was great. Really insightful to see you work through the whole process. I think the Sunday Snipe List webinar provided better clarity on how to identify possible plays. Would definitely be beneficial to have every Sunday if possible. Thanks again, T. Webinar was awesome. Love how you break down everything and come up with the plays. And thank you, T. Great webinar. Great webinar. So everybody really liked the webinar, and I think I'm going to make it a continued thing every Sunday so that our members can continue to gain extreme value from this subscription that they pay for on Discord. Also, today is going to be the start of the 10K challenge. Remember that I had funded a $10,000 account, and now finally it is approved for options trading, as you can see over here, which is my real-time account. Options trading now is now options power is now 10,000, so it's finally funded properly, and we will be starting on this account today. There will be absolutely some selling of options. We'll be taking some creative plays on this account. Obviously, we can't do spreads because we don't have margin, but we will possibly be doing, we'll be selling some premium, okay? You can still sell cash secured puts and stuff like that. So we'll be doing that. And yeah, that should be great. I think this account's going to be off to a perfect start. We'll see how much we can grow it this week. I'm not trying to grow this unsustainably, so we're looking at making modest gains throughout the whole week, and we'll see if we get opportunities. In other news, if you have been following Neo and, you know, listening to the live stream, you know, once we, like from the point we called it out here, it went up, and then you played it down, and I said for the second time, this was another entry here, and you ignored me again, and then it went up here again, and then I said again that this part, okay, we might come down back here again, but then our target was up here, and today we are at $65, right past our target. So congratulations if you have been following the live stream and you follow everything in here to actually make these plays, okay? This has been an outstanding play from start to end. We have literally called this one out from beginning to now. Okay, it's absolutely imperative that you understand that anybody who was on the live stream would have made money even if you just like listened. Just listening would have helped. So that's something to look at. I have quite a big pre-market update for you guys. So definitely lots of things to go through today. I hope that you guys find it insightful. Make sure you guys smash the like button like always. Let's try to get this stream up to, you know, 40 likes or something like that, 50 likes if possible, if more people stream in here. And I really appreciate your time being here. I appreciate all of you guys, you know, waking up early, attending this thing, because it's not easy, and trading is hard work. and hard work is what pays you. It's not sitting around bumming around. Okay, so remember that I was telling the team earlier this morning, or sorry, last night, my morning, that many people, they show up on Monday expecting to know what to trade, but then majority of the prep work that goes into trading happens over the weekend. That's when a lot of the numbers and news that are important get kind of reflected. Okay. Also, we have a new playbook out today on the Discord channel. So this is the weekly report that I put out. So there's a new weekly report out there. Definitely gonna be a good one. I put majority of my reflections on there for what I'm seeing for the week. Now, I'll also share some of that with you guys on the live stream so that you guys don't feel left out. Remember that I am very open with whatever that I find, and I will continually share any knowledge that I get to you guys as much as I can. Okay? Great. So let's have a look at the news real quick. How are we feeling? Bullish or bearish? Remember that we generally would go the opposite of what the news is saying, and that's just because the news is constantly out there trying to mislead us, right? China stocks fall after hitting highest valuation in years of bubble. This is actually hitting within Chinese markets, not in the US side of things. So GXC here, not really that affected that badly. We're still at very healthy levels here. Not sure if you guys know what GXC is. This is the China S&P 500, top 500 Chinese stocks. This is GXC, which you can trade if you wanted to buy Chinese stocks. Okay, KWEB, the Nasdaq of China, pretty much. You can say this was created by Crane Shares. It's like an ETF with Chinese stocks, internet Chinese stocks. This one also not too knocked off from its highs. Also breaking out here. Remember, we've been talking about Chinese stocks for a while now. And so we'll see how that one pans out. I will get into Chinese stocks in a little bit. It's part of my breakdown today. So NIO may touch fresh highs after revealing the sedan, which it did. NIO is now at $65. There were definitely analysts that were calling this at $70, and we have our target up here at $64, $62, $63, this range right here. We were hoping that it would hit it, and it actually did, so we hit our target spot on, and we'll see if we can come down, get a nice retracement here, and continued pressure to the upside. I think that the run on this one is done. Like, don't bother to, there will be possibly a continued momentum play to the upside to scalp, but apart from that, I don't recommend you chasing this to oblivion. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. All right. Sinovac vaccine improved for Indonesia. Malaysia imposes targeted lockdowns to battle virus wave. Parlor site offline after AWS pulls hosting. China approves 2 GMO corn strains for imports as demand soars. So they want more corn. Okay. Indonesia pilots had decades of flying experience before crash. There was a plane that crashed. I wonder if Boeing got affected. I actually forgot to check that. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, Boeing at 201. So this was a slight catalyst as well. That the flight that kind of had a little bit of a fall there. And then what else? Okay. Democrats want to impeach Trump again before he is sworn in. Before Biden's sworn in. I don't know how to feel about that. I personally think they should just let him be, and honestly just let him leave. It's like 9 days away. I really don't see the reason why you want to impeach him. Just let the guy be. He's already done enough. Like, just let him be. Anyway, it is what it is. Trump's last days bring fresh turmoil to U.S.-China relations. This is politics-wise. Okay. So then on Wall Street Journal, they're saying House readies for impeachment vote as soon as this week. So they want to impeach him this week. Wow. Stripe stops processing payments for Trump campaign. Damn, everybody's going like crazy. Whoa. Twitter, Facebook, and others silence Trump. Now they learn what's next. Okay, so this is a tough one. This is pretty much what goes against the Constitution, right? Silencing somebody is not your right. It's not something that should be done. But then at the same time, because he's a sitting president and who's incited violence, I guess there's that area where people are saying, okay, let's protect the greater good here. I don't necessarily agree with them just outright banning him, to be honest. But what I do agree with is if they would have if it's such a big company like Twitter, why couldn't they just assign one guy to like delete his post that would incite violence? You know what I mean? Like, I think you're a big company, a tech company. You have responsibilities that are far-reaching. But I think like everyone feels like, oh, he's on his way out, so let's just kick him down. Which I don't know how to feel about that. So it is what it is. At the end of the day, I think people are gonna do what they're gonna do, and then they're gonna suffer the repercussions. As long as you spread positivity and good vibes, I think you will never face issues. But you know what? He's done this to himself, so it is what it is at this point, right? I mean, he definitely should have incited violence, but whatever. Capital riot prompts some big banks, companies to pause political funding. JP Morgan Chase will all help PAC donations, while Blue Cross and Marriott will pause funding to Republicans who objected to electoral college results. Okay, so lots of like political stuff coming out, right? U.S. stocks futures slide on new risks. What the hell is new risks? Let's have a look at what they're saying, because the news is always lagging, right? So futures are. We had a pretty deep sell-off this past hour, just FYI, guys. Not like super deep, but like we're making that impulse waves down. We'll see if we can actually close below this 200 moving average, which would be interesting. On the NASDAQ, okay. Stocks rallying past days, bet that Democrat will increase government spending, bolstering economic recovery. And now they're scared that impeachment will happen. But then again, if impeachment happens, personally, I don't think a market will be affected. I mean, even if the sitting president is impeached, Mike Pence takes over for a couple of days, right? And then Joe Biden gets sworn in on the 20th, right? Till then, okay. Anyway, I don't think this is the thing that we should be concentrating on. There are far more forces at play over here, and I'm about to get into them. So this is all kind of like smokescreen, okay? Full list of both Joe Biden's cabinet picks. If you look at the the playbook report that I put out for this week, I actually cover some things about what Biden is focusing on. And then let's see, okay, ban on Chinese stocks prompts banks to delist derivatives. Damn. Okay. All right. So no more options on them. Damn. I really hope I can still trade Baba though. I want Baba options. I hope so. Yeah, okay, we're still good. We're good. We'll see. Okay, well, news seems very iffy. Look, this is the heat map for today. Eli Lilly is up 13%. I'm guessing because of earnings. Biogen is up 2%. Whatever the heck Eli Lilly is and why they're up 13%, no idea. It's a drug manufacturer, okay. And then you have Baxter. Not much else is red. Everything is freaking... not else is green. Everything is red. Facebook's down 2% again. Twitter's down 8% on the Trump ban. Bunch of travel stocks are down. Paper company, okay. Lots of energy is down. And financials are also down. Good week. Now, last week we did focus on the fact that I was telling you guys this is getting into a irrational exuberance run, right? We were talking about how this run is unsustainable, right? When a rally like this happens, it's unsustainable and you need to take hedges, right? We spoke about this on the webinar as well. And what I do feel though is we may get another wave up before coming down. And now, I did say, if you go back to the week before's webinar, I mentioned that I would be a week or two early, but we will get a correction, right? We'll get a correction. And I was predicting for the middle of January. I said 15 January or so, we will see some kind of a correction, right? If you remember that, you remember what I'm saying. So this is not yet considered a correction. This is just a minor pullback, right? The correction will happen when we go back down to these levels down here, right? That will be your classic 5% correction, and that should be interesting. On the 4-hourly chart, you can see that we have quite a ways to go, okay, to get to the 50 moving average. And then the 150 moving average is more than likely to be the next level of support. Okay, so we're looking at the $12,600 level on NASDAQ. And if you want to see what that is on QQQ, I can pull that up as well. So the natural level that we will be looking at would be somewhere around the 61.8, and this is the level that we have boxed in over here as our target, right? Okay, we've been talking about this for a while, right? This was our target, okay? So QQQ at around 290 bucks would make sense, okay, to play this to the downside, okay? So opening up hedges is a smart thing to do amidst all of this volatility, okay? Playing the VIX here might be interesting, but I don't know if it is going to be cost effective, okay? So the VIX is already at 23.8 pre-market, and it may be interesting, but I say risk to reward ratio wise, it's probably better playing SPY puts or QQQ puts, okay? If you want to know what the level is on SPY, this is the level that we were talking about. Excuse me. 355 to 360. This is the level we're seeing SPY. We want to see SPY come down to. Okay, that's our target. So we'll see if that happens. Also want to turn on my 1-hour chart and see where the volatility void is, which is exactly perfect. There is literally no volatility through here. This will be a quick fall through here. Maybe find some resistance here. And so that is a pretty decent price there. Okay, now if we actually do come down here, then we may be in a temporary sideways channel. Okay, and I've mentioned this a couple of times. I feel like we'll get a drop, and then people will think we're going to go V-shaped recovery, but what's going to happen is we'll get a drop and then sideways action for a while, okay? This happens pretty often, okay? So that's what I'm looking at over here with SPY and NASDAQ technical updates. With the Dow Jones Industrial Average, we still have a lot of ways to go down here, okay? If you want to trade shorts on Dow Jones, you know, this would be the pretty much a decent level to buy them, right? Playing shorts here. We're only at 308. So this would be a good time to short all the way down to about the 23.6. This makes sense at this level here. Okay, so 290, 295 is what you're looking on for the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Okay, let me just draw this in real quick. That's going to be your demand zone down there once you correct down. Okay, so we're looking at this specific zone for a target. Okay, leave that there, save the chart. Okay, cool. All right, so we have that done. We have that squared away. Now, pre-market movers. Sundial Growers up again about 7%. Well, this name has been popping up a lot. NEO up 10.9%. And this week we have a whole bunch of sensitive news as well. I hope that you guys are aware. We have, of course, core CPI numbers and a bunch of others. The Fed is also going to be talking. We have job openings, core CPI for month-over-month, initial jobless claims coming out on Thursday, and Fed Chair Powell speaks on Thursday as well. Core retail sales month-over-month for December on Friday, and then the PPI on Friday as well with retail sales. So quite a few important things will be out on Friday and Thursday, and so definitely be on top of it and, you know, be cool. Remember, guys, before you even start your trading session, take a deep breath, clear your head. It's a lot of things to process. I know it. Lately, I have found a lot of benefits by just sitting and just breathing in, like, meditating for like literally 5 minutes a day. Clear your head before you start trading, okay? Don't let all the whirlwind of biases and your cognitive dissonance control your emotions while you're trading. It's really, really important, guys. I can't stress it enough, and I keep saying it. Intel, Coca-Cola, those down. Salesforce down another 2%. All nicely. I really like these little discounts we're going to get. Honestly, the 10K account is being funded at the perfect time. We're going to avoid doing any swing trades until we get it up to 25,000. We will try to do as many premium selling tactics if we're going to go long so that we don't have theta burn. And on top of that, we will be looking at day trades and scalp trades. So this account will primarily be a day trade, scalp trade, and premium selling account for now. Until we get to 25K, then our strategy switches. We start doing the wheel cycle, and then we also start to do swing trades. You can't really do swing trades that efficiently with such a small capital account. So that is going to be the main focus of the 10K account here. Selling premium and also doing all the rest of the great stuff. Last week on Friday, we caught a $500 profit position on JP Morgan. It was a scalp for a couple minutes. A couple of our members caught it. Showed them exactly how to do the scalp. It was great. I think we traded together, and I think people really enjoyed it. And I personally love the fact that everybody's learning as they're trading. So, we get to commentate on the market and really give all these insights. And I think that's insane value for what we provide. So the Discord's going really good. We now have about 50, I want to say 50 something members. And I'm really proud of all of them. They're excellent members. We're all really good vibes. And honestly, I'm even okay if we get 100 members, and I feel like I think that would be enough for us to just get this thing in the right direction, to reinvest and get this moving in a very, very substantial way forward. So looking forward to the growth in the Discord this month. I can't believe that it's only the second week of January and we are already at 50 plus members. It's actually pretty cool. Okay then. Now, okay, pre-market here. Okay. So I want to bring your attention to a couple of things, guys. First of all, dollar index here, now peaking out of the downtrend, okay? The dollar index is now peaking out of the downtrend. What does that mean? If we get a sustained rally here, this means that the dollar strengthens and dollar-denominated assets start to weaken, okay? If the value of the dollar goes up, you have less purchasing power with the dollar, okay? And if people are not aware, 60% of the world's currency is the dollar, okay? So to purchase anything around the world, majority of people use the dollar. Now, with the Fed, having lots of printing power, quantitative easing, and unlimited access to the fact that they are going to continue printing money. Well, it's the same thing, right? We will see the dollar continue to erode its value. Now, if dollar appetite comes back, then there are a couple of things that are at risk, right? What are at risk? Equities are at risk. Okay? Equities are at risk. Why? Because now it costs more money to purchase equities, right? So then what do investors do? They shift the risk. They shift the risk assessment. Now, if US equities, which are US denominated, cost more to invest in, investors simply take their money and put it into non-US denominated investments, What are those? Emerging markets. Okay, I covered this very briefly on the Instagram story. We were talking about emerging markets. Okay, and emerging markets are what you should be looking at right now as we pivot out of equities. If the sell-off deepens, okay, that is what you should be looking at. Okay, Chinese stocks and other kinds of investments that are in other countries. Russian stocks. Okay, EEM here is a emerging markets ETF. This one is actually mainly Chinese stocks. The biggest holdings in this is Chinese stocks. So MSI, this is iShares by iShares, MSCI, which is Morgan Stanley Capital Investments. They have this ETF where you can buy emerging market exposure. And you can see what has been happening this past, I don't know, week. We've seen a lot of inflows into this thing, okay? And what I do see happening here with the indexes is we may get some kind of a bull trap. I think this was the bull trap, but I can't be sure. I just feel like there might be one more wave up, okay, which will ultimately trap investors at the market open, and then we'll get a hard sell-off. So I think that it is smart that the next wave up that we get, we start to hedge our positions up here, okay? So if you're opening some long calls, make sure that you open some short puts. So, sorry. If you're opening up some long calls, make sure that you open up some long puts along with them, okay? So buy a put along with your call, like a caller, so that you can hedge your downside risk, okay? Very, very important. And you can hedge with all the things that I just spoke about, QQQ, SPY, or DIA, whichever you want. Whichever you see has the best risk to reward ratio, go with that one. Also look at the IVs of your contracts, make sure you're cognizant of that. Make sure you look at open interest and volume of those contracts, right? All your standard options trading stuff, right? All right, cool. So that's majority of what I want to cover on the live stream side of things. Let me just have a look at the chat now and see what you guys are saying. Good morning, good morning. What's up? What's up, Aaron? How are you doing, Jeremy? Azucena, hello. Igor, Jacob, what's up? M, Rolf, Vida, what's up? Jared, yo, yo. Cameron, Shoei, Joanne, Azucena. Let's see. On? Yeah, man, you gotta sniff some plugs, bro. And Prashan and Sam, what's up? If you don't mind me asking, what happened to option swing? I feel like I really don't want to answer this question again and again. Maybe somebody in the chat can help me answer this question, because it's I really don't need I really don't feel the need to like keep repeating this over and over again. In long story cut short, we had different alignments and I chose to leave, and I wish them all the best. And yeah, okay, that's it. Really nothing else to say. I think that I'm much more liberated right now, and I think that the Discord that we started is kick-ass, and I'm much more focused on building my own thing, because I feel like I'm more focused on building something that's more educational than ever. And now we have a complete community built around it, which is a school which is integrated with the community. I'm not sure if you guys are aware. We will be starting signups for, you know, the we'll be starting signups for the courses. If you guys are, you know, willing to have a look at our website, Wave 15 will start on the February 1st classes, and intermediate course is coming up. This signups for the intermediate course are coming up this weekend, Friday 15th. Okay, registration opens on Friday. All right, and Monday 118 to 122nd will be the intermediate course. 9 p.m. Eastern time, 6 p.m. Pacific time will be the time of the classes, and it's enrolling soon, so you can't really enroll right now. But this is the intermediate course, and you can look at all the things that we're going to be teaching here to have a look at it. Okay, just so you guys know, I thought I should make that little announcement. I'm going to be posting something on Instagram today as well, so make sure you have a look at that. Okay, basically upgrade and value knowledge and education more. Yeah, I personally just think that I want to concentrate on education more than anything, and that has always been the focus of EGA. People who have been watching this live stream for the beginning all the way till now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, it's always been about putting education first, And that's the reason why I started this YouTube channel. And that's the reason why I never post about clout stuff, or like, you know, I don't like to chase clout. And this is not about becoming famous. This is about helping people, and that's all that matters to me. Okay. Okay. Having Amazon 3250 and 3350 Can you please suggest how to play them? We like Amazon to the upside. In my opinion, you would have been better off taking a debit spread. On the Everyday Growth Advisors Discord, I give them a play which would cost them $700 and give them a 1:6 risk to reward ratio, playing Amazon to the upside. Okay. And I think that was a much smarter play to take as Amazon gets into earnings. As far as your 3250, that's probably going to be a little difficult to hit for this week. I don't know if it might. Market seems a little bearish, but we'll see. As far as the 3350, you should be okay, I think. Yeah. So keep the second one. I would get rid of the first one, I guess. But you know, as I said, yeah, it's kind of impossible for you to predict. What I do see is uptrend though, clear uptrend, right? You can see that. Okay, so let's go through the ticker of the week. JP Morgan. Let's cover that, and then I can cover whatever else you guys need me to cover. Let's do the ticker of the week first. Let's get with the flow. Yeah. Let's see. Thanks for the pre-market today, T. No problem, Vita. Absolutely. You know where to find me Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. I'll always be here. For show, education first. Absolutely. You know that, Mark. That's absolutely the way we do things. Amen, brother. Nope. Yep. Amen, man. Let's see. How do we get access to 10K challenge? That's on the Everyday Growth Advisors Discord. That is our Discord. This Discord right here. Our Discord. Official Discord. It's our Discord. It's going to be starting today. For people that don't know, we do live trading every single day. So, which means to say, right after I get off here, I come in here, and everybody joins me here, and we do a live trading session together. Okay? And then when the live stream is over, everybody jumps into there. We wait about 30 minutes after the market opens. We watch all the price action. Okay, we don't jump into things like crazy people and fanatic people. We don't call out trades like crazy people and fanatic people. It's just me talking and giving directions on what I see, what I'm doing, what I feel. We don't jump in and out of every trade. We wait for pretty much 90% success rate setups. And then only if I see that there's a possibility of us hitting that trade, then, you know, we take those trades. All right. So yeah, that's what our Discord is about. Now, if you're interested in signing up, the website is in the chat. Okay, it's in the chat. Look at the live chat on the top. I've pinned it. There's a Discord access link. Go there, sign up. That's how you get access to this. And we'll be doing the 10K challenge within this Discord. I'll be posting every Sunday. We will be running a webinar. In that Sunday webinar, I'll be breaking down all the trades that we took within that week, and then we'll be held accountable with this portfolio that we just started. Okay, that's what we're going to be doing. This is the best Discord I've been in. I've tried 4 and will probably not any others after being here. That's very nice of you to say, Shoya. I really appreciate that. I think a lot of our members do feel really great. So far, testimonials have been really great. Would it be crazy to place SPLK or QS long calls since your stocks dropped so sharply? SPLK. Splunk. Not at all, actually. This looks great. But you gotta wait for that second wave up, though. Can't take this right here. Gotta wait for the second wave up. Let's see. I see you've been enjoying Dark Side Trading View. Lol, me too. Exactly. Are you planning to record classes? Yes. The intermediate classes are fully recorded. All of the classes that are part of the courses are recorded. As you can see here. Let me make sure that I get this straight for you guys. So 5 days of live classes. All classes are held on Zoom, saved and recorded with lifetime access for students. They get sent to your email that you signed up with. We also include 2 live trading sessions that we take together. Each course comes with 2 live trading sessions, so you get to trade live with me during market hours, where you apply what you learn during market hours to excel. And then we have a community that you can be a part of, which is within the school itself, where you can ask and learn. Let me show you what that looks like if you were interested. It's actually pretty tight. Right here. So for example, wave number 13, we just had our students who just joined the course last week. And you know, they've left behind some great testimonials here from wave number 13. I actually haven't read all of them, but let me see here. I followed T on his YouTube live stream for a few months now. His genuine passion to teach is a breath of fresh air as compared to other YouTube content creators who flag trades and spend very little time on teaching. This convinced me to take the beginner's class. After taking T's course, I can definitely confidently say my entire perspective on options changes. I have incredible respect for T and for his ability to break down complex topics into bite-sized, understandable concepts. This course not only focuses on the mechanics of trading, but also speaks to being a disciplined trader to conserve capital. I highly recommend this course to anyone who's thinking about flirting with options. Marlon also says, amazing class. He's full of knowledge and experience. He's very passionate about teaching this course. Shows live and real world scenarios that help us understand the concepts we're learning. Worth my time and money. Thank you, T. Highly appreciate it. Brandon says, oh man, was caught up with work yesterday and couldn't jump onto the Zoom session. Thank you for the course. Gonna watch VODs for the last day. It was a huge eye-opener, especially on certain fundamental concepts which were very well explained by T. The emphasis on capital preservation and risk management is what you don't hear from other content creators elsewhere. We'll go through the classes again and pick up on things when I have missed and slowly improve. Came across EGA on Instagram a few months back and noticed how clear and concise the content was. At that point, I had missed the registration for an earlier wave on the beginner course, but continued to keep an eye out for more content. Eventually saw the opportunity to join 13th wave to start 2021 with a bang, and T did not disappoint. The course was structured extremely well, having each day build upon concept and examples from the previous class. Overall, the experience was amazing, and I look forward to joining the EGA community to learn and grow as a tribe. So these are students from the Wave 13, and they just graduated. So, you know, they even get, you know, a certificate to go along with their course. And, you know, it's great. I really like the fact, you know, our school is working so well now. And, you know, we have this great setup here where people can say, you know, all the things that they want to say. Finally finished the course, better understanding. I haven't actually read this yet, so this is cool. Started totally eye-open learning experience for a rookie trader. Learned a lot, enjoyed it a lot. Thank you, T. Just taking the bigger curriculum course at EG. I have to say thanks, Stoke. Thank you for all the tips and advice. Man, I feel so heartwarmed when I read all this stuff. To be honest, it's so great. So you know, a lot of our students really appreciate it, and I appreciate them as much because they put in a lot of hard work. How big my account should be to trade live? To be honest, okay, this is a common misconception. You don't even need to have a live account to trade with us. The main focus of our Discord is educational purposes, okay? So my actual recommendation is to have a paper trade account. And we're following live trades, but you don't need to specifically have a big account. You could literally follow along with a paper trading account. And that's a good way to practice and get your mechanics down to understand how to enter and exit a trade. If you're using a broker like TD Ameritrade, you can ask for real-time data, and then it's like as though you're trading real options. So my advice is get a paper trading account and trade with $10,000, the same amount that what I'm doing, and then you can test the whole, you know, the process and the thing yourself, you know. So that's my recommendation. You don't actually need a lot of money. It's not about the money that you need. It's about you need practice. That's the main thing. Hey T, does Bitcoin have market makers just like stocks that will push the market price? Yes, I think so. A market maker is anybody considered who will do that exact thing. And yes, Bitcoin does have market makers. They are institutions. So for example, this is the reason why you don't invest in something like this, right? what is the tangible value of this coin? You don't know, right? So everybody keeps buying and buying and buying and buying. And then what happens? Somebody's caught holding the top, right? People who thought this would go higher, this was a very dangerous investment. And this continues to be a dangerous investment. This is the reason why I avoid trading Bitcoin. It's exactly because of like this. You could be at 40,000 one day and literally the next day at 31,000, right? With the difference of 20% down in one day. If you think that is like a great investment, then you are gambling, right? So I don't like things like that personally. Of course, to each their own. And I'm not throwing shade on Bitcoin. This is just me saying I don't like the high volatility that is associated with it. Some people do, and that's fine. Everybody has a different risk tolerance, all right? Okay, great. Let's go over JP Morgan, guys. Sorry. Don't mean to you know, get too far-fetched with these. So, with JP Morgan, we have, from my perspective, a very healthy supply level here with lots of sellers stepping in or willing to step into to sell, okay? And I think that this is a great level to take. If you have a long JP Morgan position, this is a good level to take a short JP Morgan position. We are personally looking to play this at the downside. I'm looking at this target right here, the 123.60. If you look at the candlesticks, this is a gap that needs to close, okay? This is a gap that needs to close down here. There's another gap to close here. We could possibly go down there too, but let's say this would be the first target, okay? This would be the first target. I just like using the Heikin Aishi candle so that we don't see gaps, but then now, you know, for the purpose of this, it's better to have gaps on. So, taking this on the break to the downside at 133.50-ish, right? Somewhere around here, to play to the downside makes the most sense, okay? This company, what do they do? What is JP Morgan Chase? JP Morgan Chase is a major bank. This is the biggest bank in the world. They manage $2.5 trillion in assets under management. All right, yeah, you heard me right. $2.5 trillion in assets under management. Okay, this is one of the biggest banks in the world. All right, what does JP Morgan do? If you want to read, they have commercial lending, they have private lending, and then they also do investment banking. Okay, so 4 major segments: consumer, community banking, corporate banking, and investment banking. Okay, commercial banking and asset and wealth management. So Chase is kind of part of their group as well. JP Morgan operates and is subject to regulation in multiple countries. All right, $2.5 trillion in assets under management. All right. Now, looking at you know, just the report that I can see from Morningstar, here's a couple of things that you should know about. Extra mid-cycle stress tests are released, show banks handle a double-dip recession. So the Fed was very scared when coronavirus happened. So what did they do? They did a double stress test. Not only did they stress test the banks once, they said, what if we stress test you a second time? What will happen? And pretty much all the banks passed the test the second time around as well. This is what we call a double-dip recession. It's like when you take your chip, your nacho, and you put it into your ranch sauce, you know, and your ranch sauce gets all the nacho dust in it, and then you go in with the new chip, you know, and now it's like with more nacho dust, you know. But you know that nacho dust is super tasty though. You know it's tasty. All of a sudden, I'm very hungry, and I think you guys can tell. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I can't believe I just used that analogy and got away with it. Seriously, guys, you're not even gonna give me. You're not gonna say anything about this nacho example that I just used. I mean, come on. Okay, so based on the initial results from the first round of testing, and based on updated scenarios that were later released, we didn't expect the second round of tests to result in any different additional capital restrictions that banks were covered. So And they expected all the banks to pass, which they did. Scenarios in December, Okay. Most dominant bank in the United States, leading investment bank, commercial bank, credit cards, retail bank, asset management. Now, one thing that we mentioned time and time over again on this live stream so far has been about SPACs, right? And JP Morgan is one of the ones that stand to benefit from SPACs. Why? Because they're one of the biggest investment banks, so they handle a lot of SPACs, okay? And they pretty much have the most assets under management, so people always go to them for IPOs and underwriting. So the bulls, what do they say? JP Morgan has emerged as arguably the most dominant bank in the United States with leading share in many aspects of banking and financial services. The bank should be in an advantageous position for years to come. Scale is becoming more important as regulatory technological costs rise, improving JP Morgan Chase competitive position. Over the past decade, JP Morgan's management team has performed better than virtually all of its large global peers. And here's what the bears say. COVID-19 will be devastating for the economy and will likely devastate banks. There is no way to know for sure how the banks will get hit or how bad things might get. It's difficult to quantify potential exposures created by the firm's trading activities as evidenced by Okay, okay, cool. Now, a couple of things with this. JP Morgan is a great bank to own long term, okay? But then do we buy it up here? Absolutely not. We don't play this for the long run here. We want a retrace, right? We want a retrace. So you could do a couple of things, right? You could do, first of all, you could check if options are being overtraded here, right? Check the option chain. So you can see the IV percentiles across all the dates here. Not too crazy, right? Not too crazy. The IVs are not too spiked. They're, you know, between the 30, 40 range, right? You can see that right there. So the IV percentiles are not too crazy. But if the IV percentiles were crazy, you could have sold some calls, right? You could have sold some calls, okay? Now, another way you can play this is also doing you could do a bear call spread, right? You can do a bear call spread. You buy a slightly out the money option. You sell a further in the money one, okay? And you play this to the downside, right? You use the sold option to fund portion of your the bought put that you have, right? So you buy that put that is above there is going to be more expensive, and this one's cheaper. You're going to use this cheaper option to fund the more expensive put, okay? You sell this one, you buy that one, right? Okay, and you pretty much lock in your profits between that range, okay? That's another way you could do this. The third way is your vanilla naked option, where you just where you just buy a put straight up, right, for the 130s or the 132, and you take that, like, you know, a month out or a month and a half out, right, for a swing position, right, at least 50 days or so, right? A month and a half is ideal, okay? There's a couple of ways you could do that, okay? But this company is pretty awesome, right? They have, you know, enough assets to cover liabilities. I'm not sure why Morningstar doesn't show this, but, you know, we can also have a look at their free cash flows, which are really gargantuous now. And we also have to look deeper into all these things, right? Okay. The debt levels are not too crazy. Equity levels are okay. Cash, they have 487 billion. What? Oh, wow. Okay, then. Well, we'll go through the financials again on Wednesday, but that should be interesting. 400 some billion in cash. That's a lot of money, actually. That's interesting. I'll go find out what the heck's going on there. On Wednesday, remember, we'll be doing the valuation of this business, so come back on Fundamental Wednesday to check it out. Also, we have 75 people in this live stream. Can you guys take a second out of your day, please, to smash the like button? Come on, guys. I only ask for one thing when you attend this live stream, and that is to help me smash the like button. Because when you smash the like button, what happens is that YouTube's algorithm helps me to recommend this video to other people. And that's the only thing I ask from you guys. If you can help me to get to 60 likes before the stream is up. We're at 45. We need to get to 60. hit the like button if you enjoy the stream, all the things that we do over here, and when you are part of the EGA tribe. I really appreciate all of you guys for doing that. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. So, yeah. Okay, well, JP Morgan, technically, from the technical point of view, we want to play this to the downside. You just heard my take on the company as a whole, and we will be going through the fundamentals on Wednesday. Okay, that kind of concludes that. Do you guys have any questions? We have about 10 minutes left, or well, maybe about 7 minutes left. I will also go through the earnings, which will be something that we will be going through on a later date. I was going through this right here. Thanks for the explanation. No problem, Juliana. Absolutely no problem at all. I'm glad that you guys are here. I appreciate you taking your time. Also, it's notable to say that this company has had increased revenues. Now it's starting to taper off a little bit, so we'll see. Also, I don't know if you guys are aware, but they're reporting earnings this week on Friday. Okay. This stock is reporting earnings on this week. We want to play this at the downside, but also want to be cognizant that we may see a bullish buy up to the upside. I think that they are going to possibly beat earnings. Okay. Possibly. Of course, all earnings are a 50-50 flip. I cannot believe that we do not have any questions today. In that case, smash the like button again. How is it possible? Well, I'm just going to go ahead and see what else I want to play for today's live trading session. I think a couple of things that I'm looking at are also D-Dog. This is another one I'm looking at. Nice little uptrend here. Gap up. It's still, you know, if we can get this nice break in consolidation above this level at 102.50, I want to play this at the upside. Looks great. There's also CrowdStrike, which is another one. I'm watching cybersecurity here. Nice little hit, reverse head and shoulder pattern. Breakout of the neckline here, right? You can see that. And then Shopify also making some moves, right? We have intrinsic valuation done for this one. Peloton also making some moves, right? This could move to the upside to cover this. 167. Nvidia, the other one. Nvidia is up pre-market because of the NEO news, right? Almost up $7, 1%. And then Lululemon is another one. There's some catalyst about this one. The shares are trading down further at 353. I'm not really sure exactly why. I think there was some news that came out. Okay. But this was actually a perfect cup and handle formation. You can see this. It didn't break out though. So maybe a failed rejected cup and handle. But we'll see if we can get back into this channel here. PLTR calls. Let's see. PLTR. Okay. PLTR also looks like a low key, like a cup and handle forming. Kind of, I guess. We'll see if we actually get it. Calls wise, yeah, you know what? Maybe. Actually, not a bad idea at all. Yeah, I do see the 1-2 wave setup. This is actually, yeah, this is actually not bad. But then pre-market, we're going to open up lower here. Let's have a look at what the long-term trend is like on this one. My only problem with this is the volume is very low. That's what I have a problem with this on. Not really that interesting volume. Let some volume come in and then we can play that one. How do you feel about playing earnings time? What do you mean? What do you mean by playing earnings time? Starbucks also looking interesting. Twitter doesn't have the strength to continue bearish trend. To be honest, probably. It's already at $46. It's down 8%. But then I think that, you know, it's already approached like a key demand zone here. You have to see how it plays out. You can't really say. The funny thing is we were projecting it to come down here, but we didn't expect it to break like so far. This was our projection for Twitter. I don't know if you guys remember. We put this out a couple weeks back. We said this could make either an upside or a downside move, and it did make the downside move all the way down here to our target. DraftKings is another one. Also watching this. Facebook is also another one. Remember how we had our Facebook projection, guys? It's almost getting there. It's almost getting there, right? I don't change these charts. You guys know I don't change these charts. We're almost hitting our target here. We're at 260 now with Facebook. We literally called this one out since here, right? From 267. And moved up, moved down, moved up, moved down, and now we're coming down to our target soon. The moment that Facebook comes close to my target, I'm going to initiate some long positions here and then play Facebook to the upside. I like this stock. Also, another one that I'm looking at is Lockheed Martin, and I really like playing aerospace and defense here. This stock is now undervalued. To buy shares, this is great. What about ZOM? I'm sorry, but we don't cover stocks that are less than 10 billion in market cap. This stock does not have a market cap. $273 million, bruh. Somebody can come in and buy like 1 million shares of this company and just manipulate the crap out of it. Please don't do that to yourself. Please respect yourself a bit more and stop trading penny stocks. Buy companies that are trade companies that are above 10 billion in market cap and save yourself a whole bunch of hassle from these pumps and dumps. Please don't do that. It's really, really not. Like, you might think it's a smart way to make some money, but it's not. I'm telling you right now. You're like, it's gonna hurt you in the long run more than anything. Be a responsible trader and do things that will make you money in the, long run, rather than relying on these bouts of volume and then sell off and then volume and then sell off. Like, if you're planning to do this, you might as well listen. Withdraw the money out of your brokerage account, go to the casino and bet it on roulette, red or black, right? It's easier, better, right? It's easier that way. If you don't know anything fundamentally about this business, then don't just go play roulette. It's better. I'm telling you, it's a much better scenario. You get better odds too, by the way, at roulette. I'm telling you, seriously, better odds. Don't bother with gambling here. Just play roulette. It's better. Let's see. Hi T, how about cannabis stock CGC? Let's have a look. Tina. We wanted to play this one to the upside actually, but I don't mind the downside here. Looks like it wants to consolidate down here, and then there's a demand zone. Let's see. Okay, so we obviously can't trade this right here. What we're gonna do is wait for this to come down into this zone between 28 and 29.60-ish, right? 28, 29. This zone, we'll see if the consolidation happens here. If we can get a bounce on the bottom of this zone, we can play this to the upside. If we consolidate in the zone and then break to the bottom and come here and retest and reject this, we play this to the downside. That's how I would play it with this one, Tina, just from a technical standpoint. All right, 2 minutes till market opens here. So if you are not part of our Discord community and you want to be a part of our Discord community, the link is in the chat. Okay, we are going to be going on a live trading session now with the community. I hope that I will see you guys there. The first 30 minutes we will not be trading, so you still have some time to get in there. And yeah, I hope to see you there. If you haven't already signed up for the Discord, get in there. Oh, there's too much value. I'm not even going to say what value we have because you can go to the website and check it out. I think I've repeated it too many times. I continue to repeat it in the hopes that somebody would see it who's not part of our community and then understand the value that you can derive. But apart from that, everybody who's part of the Discord right now, I'll see you guys there in the live trading session. Give me about 5 minutes, I'll be there, and let's get this bread. So peace out, guys. See you on Wednesday for Fundamental Wednesday with JP Morgan. I'll do the valuation and bring it here and show you guys what I feel would be the right valuation for this business. And yeah, let's get this bread. Have a good trading day, guys, and happy Monday. Peace.